the people that I know that's real successful, they got some real horror stories behind that success. But I felt like to get attention for something, you got to be good at it. Yeah, I've been used and misused. You know, I don't mind being used, but I do have a problem with being misused.
In the building, I got one of Carolina's finest, man. My boy been putting work in for a while, but we gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? He one play away at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Some call him Quail's P, some call him OG, some call him QP.
I have a lot of influences, man. Music itself is influencing to me. The One Play Away, and that was my last project under the Quail's P marker. Then I kind of transitioned to Quaillo. I felt like as I was evolving as an artist, I felt like I was just growing past what I've done at that point. A lot of fathers pass toxic shit to their sons and stuff, not knowing it. It's just like, yeah, man, it's my little man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're a girl dad.
I am. I am.
What's that like?
Oh, man. It's like karma. I got incarcerated. I was locked up for 18 days. To some people, it's like, oh, just 18 days? In that time span, you know, I missed my daughter's baby shower. I missed my oldest first day of school. But that's what I want people to realize about me. You know, I've been through a lot in life. Less than others, more than others. It's a lot that could have made me stop doing what I'm doing now. I have every reason to just stop and just focus on being a family man.
That was made by Reebok, and now they ain't no restock. I come from the spots where them niggas used to re-rock. For real. I'm talking money on the dresser.
Quaillo.
Brooks.
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Not much.
All right. Shit.
Yeah, 2024 was kind of an eventful year for you. Yeah, I mean, you had a kid. I mean, you put out 4 different projects. You know, you had some personal things happen, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Indeed.
For you, what do you think is the biggest lesson that you learned from 2024?
The biggest lesson I learned in 2024 was I say to not think that I'm always in control. I'm not a controlling person, but just because of the position I am in life, I am used to being in control of a lot. And so when I don't have control, it's a funny feeling. So, but due to certain events this year, I just learned, you know, it's okay to not be in control. You know, it's okay to control what I can, and what I can't, just, you know, leave it in God's hands. So I just kind of learned, you know, let go and let God. You know, I've been spared a lot. I've been blessed a lot this last year. So yeah, just, you know, just like I said, controlling what I can and don't trip off of what I can't. I'm not supposed to be in control of everything. So.
If you had to describe 2024 in one word, what would you call it?
Ooh, it's a good one. That's a good one. I had to describe 2024 in one word. I would say resilience.
Okay.
Resilience. That's what it took.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
In all aspects. So yeah, cool.
Well, tell me about your creative process. Are you do you feel like you're more of a perfectionist when it comes to your music, or are you kind of like go with the flow, on the fly? Well, how would you characterize yourself?
I like to say I'm all purpose.
Okay.
When it comes to like my sound and how I want myself to sound, I am a perfectionist when it comes to that, because you know I have a monotone, so I'm not really too loud and stuff like that. But I can be. I know how to project my voice when needed be,
Yeah.
but I'm not too loud. So I do like to sound a certain type of way. Like I'm big on the structure of my voice. But when it comes to like as far as like the vibes, the energy, I can't go with the flow. I definitely can, because a lot of great music that I made just came from just being there, being spontaneous, you know. Like I've made songs. I made a song yesterday, like the beat was just made and the lyrics were fresh, everything was fresh, the energy was fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So I can be that person, but a lot of times too I can come into the studio with a plan, like with something that I've been working on. It's like, okay, I know exactly how I want to do this. So yeah, I'm definitely multifaceted, you know.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Who are some of like your influences? Because you know, I feel like a lot of different artists, you know, they kind of take from one or two different, you know,
Right.
people that they grew up listening to
Mhm.
and kind of modeled their style after, you know.
Right.
Who would you say are some of your influences?
I have a lot of influences, man. Music itself is influencing to me. And that's just from rap, R&B to even some rock and stuff and alternative.
You listen to rock?
A little bit.
Okay.
I used to like Papa Roach and stuff, and then like back then
Okay.
Linkin Park and stuff.
I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, I listen to a little bit of everything because I done lived so much different places in the world that I know that I can't be the DJ all the time. So I'm not gonna always want to hear what I want to hear. And living in England, that showed me that I listen to a lot of house music and stuff like that. I listen to a lot of Adele and Sam Sparrow and stuff like that. So, but as far as like my top like rap artists and stuff like that, that's in my category. I grew up listening to Jay-Z first, and then in the midst of that, it was just Southern artists like Outkast and Master P. As I grew older, though, I started listening a lot more like, I would say Lloyd Banks. He definitely was, like, he was just like one of the most witty, like, a lot of New York guys, they're known for their wit. They're known for like the punchlines and stuff like that, and just saying stuff that make you go ooh and ah. So those are probably like my biggest influences from New York was like Jay-Z and Lloyd Banks.
No West Coast?
I had some West Coast influences too. I definitely,
you know, I had to bring it up, right?
Yeah. Even though you know you're not Team Kendrick, but it's all good. But not as far as the West Coast, definitely a lot of. Even though he's not originally from the West Coast, but Tupac.
Okay.
I could definitely say some E40. I always like the independence that Sick With It and them had.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to salute. You know, Snoop definitely. I definitely grew up listening to a lot of Snoop. And then, like I said, as far as later on in life, I started listening to more so the Currencies and the Young Dolphs, RP to Young Dolph. Young Dolph was a big, huge influence, I would say, because I felt like our lifestyles were similar at that time. Like just the type of person that he was and the type of person that I am.
Yeah.
I just really resonated with him a lot. So that's like probably one of my favorite artists of all time is Young Dolph. And I got to meet him several times. I actually got to be on stage with Young Dolph.
Really?
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When was this? Was this like?
This was I want to say this was actually before my first daughter was born.
Oh, okay.
This was probably, I want to say 2012, 2013. God bless the day of my cousin Marco. It was me, him, cousin Big Hurt, my partner Zach Zillion, one of my best friends. We went to DJ Scream's birthday party, and this was around the time when streaming wasn't really so heavy then. It was like a lot of live mixtape stuff and stuff like that back then. Yeah. So you still had to kind of pull up and meet people, and that's a part of the game that I really miss. And it's still there, but I think it's starting to come back around, just being more personable. Yeah. But yeah, that was like one of the real first big events I went to, because I did a mixtape with Hood Rich Keem and Swamp Izzo. And they're both from South Carolina. They were both under the Hood Rich imprint. And it was for DJ Scream's birthday party. And I met a lot of different artists that night. I met Doe B before he passed away. I think Pee Wee Longway that was there. It was star-studded. It was a lot of different people there. Yeah. But just what impressed me about Young Dolph is just that, like, I really thought it was almost his party, because before he even got signed, like before he like started doing joint ventures with Empire and stuff, he was just big like on just like independence. Like he had his own team, and it was people that you probably wouldn't even think of. Like it wasn't like street guys. It was like women, like Spanish guys, white people. Like it was just like it definitely like he had it like ran like it was a job. Like he had like his own company or something like that. So I was like, man, this guy's different. He got his name and lights and stuff like that, and everybody was wearing paper route stuff. So I just always admire his grind, his hustle, his vision, and it's something I carry with me to this day.
I got you. What started your career? Were you like at the beginning, did you like write a bunch and then you were like, okay, eventually I'm gonna get into the studio?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of started you off in this?
I used to write a lot in high school, man. I had notebooks, and they're probably somewhere, either my grandma's attic or I don't know. I feel like my baby mom, like she might even have some. Like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like people got a lot of my stuff that I don't know about. But I used to write a lot, man. Like growing up, my mom, she used to her punishments was different. Like she got tired of like just whooping my ass after a while. Like she wanted me to like feel punished. So like I used to write a lot of book reports and stuff when I got in trouble. So if she didn't like it, she'll ball it up and throw it away and make me do it all over again. So I had to put a lot of effort in my writing. So she kind of instilled that. My dad, he used to mess around and rap and freestyle and stuff. It used to be annoying to me back then. Because it's like, I don't know, it's just some stuff that's just cringe when your parents do it. You'd be like, oh man, come on, stop doing that. But nah, so my parents actually influenced me a lot. And I think in high school, I just kind of I used to know a lot of words to a lot of songs. So, and I used to like recite them a lot. And I just used to see how people reacted to that. And I was just like, okay, I like that, like how that affects people. And then I was really heavy into sports, like in middle school. But after a while, I seen that wasn't really going to be my thing. So, you know, I wasn't saying I just liked attention, but I did a little bit. But I felt like to get attention for something, you got to be good at it. So once I found out that I was good at like rapping, like I started freestyling and battling people and stuff. I did that all through high school. Yeah,
you was freestyling and battling?
I was in the newspaper for freestyle battles and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Lufton High School. Yeah. I was doing it then, but I was doing it through Battery Creek where I graduated from. Like I was freestyling and battling for a long time. That's why I got a different kind of love for music than most people, because I done been through just about every stage as far as a rapper. Like most people now, they just jump in it because they see that it's cool and stuff like that. Yeah. But see, I actually appreciate the essence. Like, so every part of it, I done kind of done it, and I done it well. So, and I wasn't just me thinking that I was good. It was people telling me that I was good. So once enough people told me that I was good, that's when I started believing in myself. I was like, all right, I can do this.
What was the first time? Do you remember the first time actually you like going into the studio and like actually recording something?
I think I do. I think I do. It was in high school. I used to record with a partner of mine named D-Trax and his peoples and stuff. But even before then, my cousin Shy, he took me to this dude John house. John Gasson, what's up, John? He took me to his house, man, and back then it was just so hard to find like a decent studio, because I used to record in front of the mic. I used to even make little mixtapes and stuff in high school just to hear myself, you know what I'm saying? But when I first recorded my first song with John, it was just different, because I was like, man, like I'm in a booth. And this was at his house too, but like he had way better setup than I did. So it's like, you know, he had everything soundproof, had a booth, had the mixing board, all that stuff. It just looked so professional. Yeah. And I can't even remember what that first song was about. but yeah, that was the first person I actually recorded with, and then I just started going here and there. But yeah, that was, and I want to say I was probably about like 15 then, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep, yeah.
When did you start to like take this serious and say, yeah, I'm really like, I want to be an artist who's like putting out different projects and stuff like that? Because, you know, I feel like a lot of people, they start out and, you know, they're just going, you know, and some never even reach like, you know, the highest places.
Right.
So when did you start to like say, okay, I'm really trying to do this?
I think when I first started really taking it, because I felt like I was taking it serious through high school and stuff, because I was rapping with my friends and I felt like we was good, but it was more of a round the way thing. But when I actually joined the military and I moved away, I felt like that was gonna be my life. I felt like I don't know. I felt like I probably still have the love for music, but I didn't know how that was gonna work because now I'm in a situation where, like I said, don't have control, don't know where I'm gonna be at, don't know where I'm gonna be stationed at, don't know what's going on. So once I moved to England, and my partner Kay, he took me to my first studio. That's my business partner too. He took me to my first studio over there. I forgot the guy's name, but he's a cool dude that we first went and recorded with. And once he took me there, and once people that I didn't know, like my music, because it's different, like where you come from. It's like, okay, it's kind of somewhat biased because they grow up with you. But these people I don't know from a can of paint. I don't know nobody, but everybody's telling me that I'm good.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I got to England, I really started taking it serious. That's when I worked on like my first project that I put out like on Dat Piff. That was one of the biggest mixtape things back then too, Dat Piff and live mixtapes. But it was Dat Piff first. So yeah, I would say around then when I was like about 20. Yeah, that's when I really started taking it serious. I was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah, people actually like me.
Yeah.
And not just home, like all around the world. And these are people that's from all around the world. These are people from New York, North Carolina, Virginia, Texas, Florida, like all over. Like they don't got no reason to lie. So, yeah.
Do you feel like your music has kind of evolved over the years?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like my wordplay and my delivery has improved a lot, but I still feel like it's still essential to how I started. Like I just always was kind of obsessed with being nice, and as far as like what I mean by nice, it's like for people to hear you and be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like he can really flow, like he can really spit. Like I just always wanted to have that talent, and for a long time I had the talent of just putting words together, but once I started learning how to actually make songs, like how to actually structure a song, I was like, oh man, I'm really good at this. So yeah.
I got you. Tell us about the project that just dropped.
Out the way, Volume 1. Go get that. Go stream that. The funny thing about Out the Way Volume 1 is that it was supposed to be a project that I was releasing this summer. But like I said, due to certain things that happened, I kind of pushed it back and put a little personal projects out first. So this was my closer for the year. And this project is, it's a bunch of collaborations as far as the production and the artists. As far as the features, I got features from two of my favorite artists that's coming out of Detroit right now, Los and Nutty. Shout out to them. The first time I heard them was on one of my favorite artists, Babyface Ray. He got this song called Lil Tyler Flow, and they're at the end of the song, and I was just like, man, I love the underground sound. I love to catch people in their essence when they first coming out and stuff like that, because there's just a certain rawness and grittiness about that sound, and that's what I heard when I first heard them. So I got a feature from them. They're actually brothers. So I got Los on one song, and I got Nutty on one song. I got my partner 2C Gump and Benji Frost on another song, Dirt Benji, that's what we call him. Okay. And that was a cool song too. Gump, he kind of fell back more so from the music scene, but I still feel like he's one of those dope artists, especially coming from South Carolina, especially our area, the 843. So he's did a lot of dope music in his days, but he's transitioning. And Benji, he's been doing his thing for a while, and he used to rap alongside of a good friend of mine, Chad. We used to call him Cut Dog, God bless the dead. And I wish we definitely could have did a lot more music while he was alive. We were just about to get started before he passed away. But so that was cool having him on this project. A guy I know, Ray T.E., he did some music with my partner Phil, my artist too. It was good to have him on a song and stuff because he's real melodic, got a real good singing voice. And I think that's probably all the features that I got on the project.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's six tracks.
Yeah.
4 of the songs got features. 2 of them are by myself.
Okay.
Like I said, the production wise is, Big Hurt's on there. My partner Zach Zillion, he's on there.
Okay.
C's, he does a lot of work with Jet Life and stuff like that. Shout out to all of them. And my partner Donnie, which me and Donnie been making a lot of music. He's from Detroit, and we got introduced to each other this past summer, and we've been working like nonstop since. So we got a real good formula right now that we've been following. But it's a very dope project. I feel like it's something for everyone on there. A lot of people always say that, it's something for everybody. But nah, I definitely feel like it's something that can resonate with everyone on there. So,
how do you think this project differs from your previous project?
I would say more so with the collaboration. I like to do a lot of stuff. I like to work with people, but I love to work by myself. And that's just one of them things, like, because I do like to control the narrative when it comes to my music. And sometimes working with artists and stuff like that, especially when you got to send music off and stuff like that, I like it more when I can just have everything in one spot, like in my studio. Yeah. So the previous projects I've done, it was a project called Vengeance that was produced completely by Donnie, and it was mixed by him and my partner Neek. And then the project before that was a project I dropped called Pain, and that was produced fully by Donnie. And but the project that really kind of kicked things off was the One Play Away, and that was my last project under the Quaillo's P marker. Then I kind of transitioned to Quaillo because I just felt like as I was evolving as an artist, I felt like I was just growing past what I've done at that point. So, and I just kind of needed like a fresh start, a fresh embark. So, and I would compare it more so to One Play Away because that was the last project that I did where it was like a lot of different collabs on there. So, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. But same quality though. Same quality.
Do you have a favorite song on the album? I know that's kind of like...
Yeah, that'd be the toughies, right? That'd be the toughies.
Yeah. A lot of artists don't really like to talk about that because they're like, well, I feel like they're all my children.
Yeah, they are, man. Yeah. And nobody likes to have a favorite kid. I always tell my daughter I don't pick favorites. But I say one of the songs I do like the most on there is the one that I shot the video for, and that's Store Run.
Okay.
Just because of the structure of the song, like the structure, the production, everything was just on point. Like how I'm talking in between verses and stuff like that. I don't really do that too often, where it's like replacing a hook just with kind of like narration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just speaking like, and it seems like it almost seemed like I can't really remember that session because it was just so like flawless. Like I don't know how many times I had to do it. Donnie could probably say a little bit better than I can because I think we recorded that song together. But
it kind of felt like it was right.
Yeah. It was so in pocket, and that's probably like one of my top ones that I listen to the most.
Right, I got you. It feels like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, it's really a lot of competition. It feels like in the rap game right now. Everybody's popping up, coming out with, different songs. People are trying different ways. People are blowing up on TikTok. Some people are blowing up on Instagram. Yeah. There's all these kind of things happening. How do you kind of, stay authentic to yourself, but also, try to fit into the rap game in a way, if that makes any sense?
I feel like I just adapt.
Okay.
I don't get stuck in the era. A lot of people do. A lot of people like they like a certain sound of music. They like a certain age of music. Like some people don't really give the new music a chance. I give everything a chance. Like I feel like it's something you could learn from everybody, like old, young, it don't matter. So, and I can be influenced by old, young, it don't matter. So that's why I feel like I'm kind of ageless when it comes to music. And that's why I feel like the people who listen to my music it's always going to be a mixed crowd. It's going to be the people that's my age and stuff that kind of been listening to me and rocking with me. But because of how serious I take everything and whatnot, I think that's what kind of catches the younger people, because it's more so like you gotta show them, you know what I'm saying? You can't just say it. Like, they really gonna make you believe. So
Right.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's what keeps me going, keeps me authentic, is staying true to stuff and just knowing to adapt, just being open to whatever.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are afraid of adapting.
Yeah, a lot of people are. They don't want to blend in. They don't want to fit. And fitting in and adapting is two different things.
Yeah.
That fitting in is trying, like you're trying to do something. It's kind of like forcing, but adapting is just going with the flow, and that's what I do. I go with the flow.
I got you.
Yeah.
So I want to shift gears just a bit and just talk about life. Like I said, you became a father again.
Again.
Yeah. Talk about what it's like to be a father and what that moment was like having another kid.
It's a great feeling. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great feeling being a father. It's a little different now because when I had my first child, I was in my 20s.
Which that can be tough.
Yeah. So now I'm in my 30s, and having a new child is definitely a challenge. I give you that. This one is a little bit more challenging. I think.
But you're more prepared, right?
In a sense, yes. But the older we get, the thinner our patience get. So, all the crying and stuff like that, I'm not used to it like how I once was used to it. I mean, like I said, I can adapt and whatnot. But it's definitely different. But I like a challenge, Yeah. I know one thing for sure. When I had both of my children, I was facing a lot of adversity in life. When I had my first daughter, it was a lot of things that I was going through that I almost felt like it should have took the focus away from being a father, but it didn't. It just made me go harder. Yeah. And the same thing with my second child. It was a lot of things I was going through before her birth, and but I didn't really use it as an excuse. I just really wanted to be there. But being a father, man, honestly, if I could do anything besides music, like that's what I would do. But I wish we could get paid for being parents, because being a parent is a job and it's not an easy job. But being a father, that's a title I wear proudly, man. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like seeing a version of you that's innocent, you know what I'm saying? Because we all done been through a lot of different stuff in life. Yeah. And it's like, we always say, like, what could you say to the younger you and stuff? Well, that's my younger me, So if I got an opportunity to save them from certain stuff and prevent certain stuff, then I will. But knowing that they're going to have to go through certain stuff to build character, so they know how to deal with the world, because, the world is a scary place. And I think that's the scariest thing about having children. It's like, damn, like you see all the things that's going on in the world and these places, you're like, man, like that's somebody's child. That's somebody's parent. That's, it could be stressful sometimes when you think about it like that. But me, I just enjoy it, and I feel like I'm a better parent than companion. I mean, I'm in a long relationship now, but I feel like relationships are tough, real tough. But I feel like with that's just something with adults. You know what I'm saying? Like, for two adults to be on the same page all the time, it's tough. It's damn near impossible. But with kids, it's just that sense of unconditional love. So, and that's a great feeling to have.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. There's there's that whole stereotype, right, in our community that like, oh, the black father, he's never really around. But I feel like most of the men I'm around are around their kids.
Yeah.
You being one of them.
Yeah. Most of the guys I know are around their kids, and a lot of the guys I know, they fight to be around their kids. It's a side of this to people don't know. A lot of times women can be bitter and would try to use the child as a shield, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they can't get to you, they're going to use your child against you, or they're going to, make sure that you can't see your child and stuff like that. And I done been through all that stuff too, man. So, and it's not fun. It's not cool. But I think you shouldn't just lay down as a father. You shouldn't just accept that, okay, like, being a mom is very important too, but if there's no real true beef, if everything's just personal, then you got to do what you got to do to be in your kid's life, no matter what. Yeah. No excuses, man. No excuses. And at the end of the day, these kids didn't ask to be here. Yeah. So, you just gotta man up.
You don't have to answer this question because I just thought of it on the fly. But you're a girl dad.
I am. I am.
What's that like?
Oh man. It's like karma.
Why you say that?
Why you say it's like karma, man. I don't know, man. I grew up a certain type of way, man. I always kind of liked the ladies, man. Sometimes too much, but it's cool though. It's interesting. Yeah. A female friend of mine's a long time ago, way before I had kids, she always used to tell me, she was like, Q, all the stuff that you do with these girls and stuff like that, watch one day you're going to have a beautiful girl that you got to raise. And then what? Got to watch what people be saying, man. People be saying stuff. But I
think
enjoy
she cursed you?
She might have cursed me and blessed me at the same time. But, I actually enjoy it because girls are smart, man. Girls are smart. Girls keep you on your toes. Girls actually kind of make you want to be better. You know what I'm saying? With a boy, it feel like you can just still kind of have your ways and you can pass your ways and stuff like that. Like, a lot of fathers pass toxic shit to their sons and stuff, not knowing it. It's just like, yeah, man, it's my little man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want him to adapt certain qualities and stuff that you like about yourself. But a lot of times that stuff isn't healthy, and with boys, you got a lot more to worry about, I feel like, especially young black boys. So, I feel like with girls, I mean, you got to protect them. Definitely got to protect them because they're a lot more precious. But like I said, they just, they definitely influence me to want to be a better man. Like, no matter who I am in the public's eye, in the world's eye, no matter what I've done and stuff like that, in their eyes, I know I can't really do no wrong. And I try my best to uphold that image, but I also let them know, well, as far as my oldest, my youngest, she only number 4 months. But I always let my oldest know, I take pride in my imperfections. Like, I'm your father, and, I may be a hero into a sense, but I'm not perfect. Yep. Far from perfect. But, when I make a mistake, I just try not to repeat it. And I just try to, instill that with her. It's okay to mess up. Just don't keep messing up.
I got you. Mm-hmm. What's it mean to be a man?
What's it mean to be a man?
Yeah. I know that's a tough question.
I think it means to be accountable, man. Okay. I think it means to be accountable and to withstand. It's going to be a lot thrown your way. I always a firm believer, women, children, pets, they're loved unconditionally. A man is loved on conditions. If you don't got nothing, you're probably not going to get nothing. And that doesn't mean you got to be a millionaire or anything like that, but it has to be some type of get up and go about you. It has to be something about you that says provider. You know what I'm saying? Like, that you're able to hold your own, that you're able to not just take care of yourself, but be able to take care of others, be reliable, dependable.
What do you say to people who are like, man, that's a little unfair, like
what
having to, be that,
be the
provider, be all that stuff.
Game cold, but it's fair, man. I mean, hey, I mean, at least we don't got to have kids. At least we don't got to birth, you know? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pros and cons to everything. And, you know, I mean, it's tough being a man, though. It's tough being a man. I don't like to go back and forth because sometimes that gender war is crazy. Like, saying who has it worse.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea what it is to be a woman. You have no idea what it's like to be a man. It's supposed to be like that, you know what I'm saying? That's when men are supposed to commute with each other, and that's when women are supposed to, you know, get together and build on stuff like that, have that sisterhood, that brotherhood.
Yeah.
Those are important because I live in a house full of women. I'm like just about the last immediate male on my mother's side, like on that side of the family. So to me, I can't be around a bunch of women all the time like that. Like, I got to kind of link with my partners and my friends and cousins and stuff like that, just because there's certain things that I go through that they understand because they are stand-up guys too. So I just can't, you know, some stuff women don't understand, they're not supposed to, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just is what it is, man. You know, we all got our roles in life, so
Yeah.
just got to deal with it, the good and the bad. I said, it's pros and cons with everything. You need air to breathe. Too much of it to suffocate you. You need water to survive. Too much of it to drown you.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this world that doesn't have a pro and a con. So just don't think everything's going to be all good. Just separate, take the good with the bad, smile with the sad, like Project Pat say. And that's another one of my influences.
Okay.
Project Pat, definitely.
I got you. I want to shift gears, and this was something that happened to you in 2024. I don't know how much you want to go into it, but
Oh yeah,
if you want to tell us about it, and because it was something that was kind of unexpected.
Yeah, it definitely was unexpected. It was kind of later in July. I got incarcerated. I got incarcerated in Georgia. I was locked up for 18 days, which to some people was like, oh, just 18 days? That was a crucial 18 days because in that time span, you know, I missed my daughter's baby shower. I missed my oldest first day of school. And I came home to a hurricane, and that same day that I was released, I ended up losing my car the next day. So, but I won't really speak too much about the case itself because it's ongoing. So I'm not going to say nothing to incriminate myself. But I can definitely say that it was probably one of the greatest learning experience and like one of the greatest travesties, like all in one. Because, like, mind you, I'm having a fantastic year, 2024. Like, coming in the year, like, I'm doing great. Like, I'm acing all my classes. Like, I'm about to graduate magna cum laude. I'm at the Heritage with people rubbing shoulders with the right people. You know, I'm networking. I'm putting out high quality videos. Just influencing my team and stuff like that. Like, I was just really going into the right direction. It was just, everything was just a high. So to have that happen was like a super low, man, a super low. And I just felt like I really let everybody down, man. Like, more so myself, because it's just like, man, like, this wasn't supposed to happen to me. Like, I really felt like that. Like, I was like, how could this happen to me?
Yeah.
You know, like, look at all the stuff that I'm doing. But it's just certain things you shouldn't be doing. And, you know, like I said, I'm not perfect, man. Never claim to be, never try to be. Yeah. So it's just certain things that I shouldn't have been doing. Like, and I take full responsibility to that, you know. I was the reason why I was there, you know, making the wrong decisions, wrong choices. So, you know, I had to own up to that, and I prayed a lot on that. I prayed every day on that, like just to know that, you know, I kind of, cause I feel like I'm the glue that hold a lot of stuff together. So removing me out the situation, it wasn't good for nobody. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't good for my grandmother, who I constantly travel to make sure that she is good and make sure that she got everything that she needed. It wasn't good for my oldest. It wasn't good for my fiance. It wasn't good for my business partners as a whole. Like, the studio wasn't running the same. Like, nothing was really the same. So it really showed me the part that I play in a lot of stuff, and to not take that for granted, to not put myself in positions where I could be taken away from all of this. You know what I'm saying? Because without me, yeah, everything probably could work, but it wouldn't work the same. So, but it taught me a lot, man. It taught me a lot. I met a lot of good people during that time. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but, you know, every day I was just wishing, hoping to get out. But it showed me about who was really there for me. I think that was the biggest thing. The biggest thing that showed me who was really there for me. Because a lot of people say it, and, you know, but when it's on, it's on. Like, when it's really truly going down, like, who's really going to be around? Who's really going to have your back? Who's really going to roll with you through this? And the people that was there for me, I really truly appreciate them. And the people who weren't, I appreciate them too, because I needed to know that. And if I not got in that situation, I probably wouldn't have known. And something far worse could have happened. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for me to complain. I'm here. I'm out on bond currently as we speak. But I'm here, man. So, you know, but thankful for the people that was there for me, like my mom, my dad, my fiance, my business partner, Kay, my partners, like all my business partners, like Zay, Hemi, Phil, my boy Seuss, people that I even used to work with, like my partner Jim, Wayne, Mike, all those guys, man, like Sean. Like, certain people was there for me that I didn't even expect to be there. My partner Trey. If I forgot you, like my Aunt Ellen, I don't want to forget nobody's name, because I feel like I could literally remember everybody that was there, and not even just monetary value, just like even my best friend Lena. Like, I just feel like, you know, it was a situation that a lot of people didn't even speak on at the time, because people didn't know what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
So once I was released, it was just like a breath of fresh air, but it was a lot of catching up I had to do. And there was a lot of stuff I had to get off my mind mentally, because my head engineer for my studio, he was incarcerated before me for something that he didn't even do. And I felt like I even let him down, because I was his lifeline. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm gone, now I got a case, now I got a situation, now I got to kind of be not selfish, but I got to worry about myself in a sense. But even in the same breath, like, I was still blessed enough to be able to still do stuff for him, and he was able to be released. He got released right before Christmas. So welcome back home, Bands. And, you know, and we kind of bond on that, because I was just like, you know, the first 2 weeks I got out of jail, man, it was hell, because I was just beating myself up, man. I was like, damn, man, yeah. But after a while, man, I just accepted it. Like, God wouldn't put me through anything or take me through anything that I couldn't handle. And I handled it. And however it plays out, I'm going to handle it, like, whatever way it goes. But I feel like I'm going to be covered. I feel like I'm going to be all right. Like I said, I made peace with it. And out of that situation, 2 projects came about that. And had I not been in that situation, you wouldn't be hearing certain music that you hear. It wouldn't be no Pain project. It wouldn't be a Vengeance project, you know. It wouldn't be a lot of stuff. So things tend to work out as they should, you know, good or bad. So it's just accepting it, you know, not losing the faith. And that's what kept me moving. That's what keeping me going now. It's just my undeniable faith in God. Like, because that was one of them situations where I lost control, complete control. Yeah. And it wasn't a good feeling, but
people don't realize. People don't realize, like, when you're incarcerated, like, you got nothing.
You got nothing, man. And you get treated like nothing, man. Yeah. Like, I came out, like, I'm a slim dude as it is, but imagine me, like, probably like 15, 20 pounds lighter. Like, I wasn't eating, like, what they was trying to serve. Like, luckily I had some money on canteen and stuff, and I looked out for a lot of people back there as well. But yeah, man, it's different. It's different. Like, shoot, my first cell, I was in there like 14, like 15-man cell. So, and it's only one shower that worked, 2 toilets. Now, granted, I'm no stranger to danger because, you know, that was kind of like boot camp again. You know what I'm saying? Being taken away from your phone and everything put into a place where it's a bunch of people you don't know. So I've been in a similar situation, but even with that, it's like you're still getting paid. You're here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And in jail, you're there for a reason. But it's a big difference between each, but it's a lot of similarities as well. So, you know, I just soldiered up, man. Kept my chin out. Wasn't on no tough guy stuff. Just be myself, man. Like, jail, it's not as bad as people think, but it's nothing to glorify and it's nothing to look forward to. It's not the shit. The food is terrible, horrible. Like, the food at boot camp was much better. Like, for real. But you know, like I said, man, God granted me a chance to be here. And if I was that bad of a person, I'd still be there. I wouldn't have got a bond. So, you know, and since then, I promised myself that once I got released, once I got time, I was going to make the most of it. And I feel like I've been doing that since. And that's why you see me dropping a project on 9/11, Halloween, 2 days after Christmas. Like, that's 3 EPs back to back. So I've been, and it's a lot of content that's been made in between that too as well. Not just the music, but the content. Like the stuff that I done did with Twin D, shout out to him. The stuff that I done did with Famous Animal. The stuff that I done did personally. And my cousin Shy Shacha. And big shout out to him because he came pick me up. My cousin came and got me. It was a hurricane. Like I said, it was the tropical storm Debbie. He came and got me because everybody that, like, I got released on the same day that I got bombed, but everybody went home. So my cousin, he drove all the way from South Carolina all the way to Dublin, Georgia to come get me in the pouring down rain. And, like, we could barely even see coming back home. So I'm forever grateful for him and just for everybody that's in my corner, man. Like, everybody who supported me in any type of way. And like I said, it ain't even got to be monetary, just for checking on me, making sure that my mental was right, giving me encouraging words. All that meant the world to me, like, for real. And it still means a lot because I still have people do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that I'm used to being a strong one. I'm used to being this certain type of person. But now, like I said, my journey has turned a little bit more spiritual than just attaining my goals. Because I feel like what's meant for me is what I'm going to attain. But without God, you know, ain't nothing going to be right. So,
what's some of your advice? What kind of advice would you give your younger self?
What kind of advice I would give my younger self? I would say that everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your friend. And that's when I say younger self, that's what I would tell me yesterday. Like, you know, I'm loyal by a fault, man, because I'm a genuine person. And I had to find out the hard way in life that everybody don't care like how I do. Everybody don't love like how I do. You know what I'm saying? That's probably been one of my biggest cons is seeing myself and others, knowing that it's only one of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only Quaillo I know. Like, that's my real name. I never met anyone else with my name. Like, so, you know, it's a lot of people, you know, it's a lot of people that want to learn you to burn you. It's a lot of people that see the value in yourself that you may not even see at the time. So it's just to be aware, you know what I'm saying? To be aware of people because, you know, a lot of times, like, we're loyal to the wrong people. A lot of times we overlook the people who are truly genuine like us just to show love to people who are unworthy, you know? And a lot of times, you know, that done cost people their freedom, their lives, and stuff like that. So that's what I would definitely tell myself, that everybody ain't your friend, man. Everybody is not your friend.
Gotta watch out.
Everybody not your brother neither. I know we use that word bro real loosely these days. It's a lot of bro this, bro that. Everybody ain't your brother, man. Yeah. Everybody and another thing too is to see people for who they are, whether it's family or whatever. People are who they are. You know, don't try to make that person something that they're not just because of what they are to you. I don't care if it's your cousin, aunt, mother, father. If you know what this person is capable of, and you know what type of time they on, don't think that it can't happen to you. If you seeing them do wrong and do other people dirty and stuff like that, don't think that you immune to that. Like, it could be you too. So, you know. But, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Just be vigilant, right?
Yeah, be vigilant. Way of vigilant. Keep both eyes open.
Yeah, that whole thing of what you just said is what I had to learn in 2023. It was just, you know, not everybody's your friend, you know. And it's a hard lesson to learn.
It hurts. It hurts because you want everybody to be your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I know you're a real one, you know, and that's the key is like, you know, and sometimes people can take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And so
I've been used and misused.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind being used, but I do have a problem with being misused.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, you know.
I feel that.
Life lessons.
We're getting to the end here. I just kind of want to read a quote and then just kind of get your opinion.
Okay.
Okay. And it may not be anything, but, you know, I just got to mix things up a little bit, you know.
Okay. All right.
All right. This is a quote. Every man before they die should plant a tree, father a child, and write a book. What do you think of that? You've done one of those.
Yeah. I think I actually planted a tree before, too.
Oh, okay. There you go. You've done two. Now you got one more thing to do.
I think I actually done that. Yeah. And, you know, my lyrics can be considered a book, but, yeah, I wouldn't mind writing a book one day. I feel like those are all great positive things for a man to do, you know, because we enjoy seeing growth, you know, as far as planting a seed and watching something that, you know, that you put together. And that's almost the same as making a child, you know. Those two kind of run hand in hand.
That's true.
And as far as writing a book, you know, I feel like once you get to a certain age, man, like it's a lot to be told. It's a lot to be said. And as much as everyone thinks they know you, it's a lot that people don't know. And they probably won't know unless you wrote it or you told it. So I think those are good. You made me want to get on this book writing now. So
yeah.
That's solid, man. That's solid.
Yeah. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? How do you want people to remember you?
You know, one of my favorite words is resilient. I named one of my projects Resilient when I was Quaillo's Peace still. But that's what I want people to realize about me. You know, I've been through a lot in life. A lot. Less than others, more than others. But it's a lot that could have made me stop doing what I'm doing now. Like, I have every reason to not be doing what I'm doing right now. I have every reason to just stop and just focus on being a family man and just be selfish and cut off everybody else and give up on my aspirations and stuff. I have every excuse because there's people that have less going on than what I have, and they just like, you know, they just forgot about what they truly love doing.
Yeah.
And not me. Like, no matter what's been going on, no matter what's been thrown my way, I always just kept and still pursuing, you know, my dreams, you know. Like, I just can't take no for an answer, man. Like, we only get one life, and I feel like with giving up, you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get just that. Whatever you done gave up, you're gonna get exactly what that is. And giving up, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to give up certain things, but not on yourself, you know, because it's a lot of things as you get older, like that phrase, life be lifing, life do be lifing. It's a lot of things that's gonna pull you this way, pull you that way, pull you off the track that you're running. But you gotta find your way to get on track, stay on track. Like, I don't know. And like I said, the people that I know that's real successful, they got some real horror stories behind that success. So it's like, it's no reason for me to quit, because it's always going to be some type of adversity in life. Even if it ain't happening to you, your life could be going well, but you know what I'm saying? Like, your friend could be going through hell. Your parents could be going through hell. Your spouse could be going through hell. Yeah. And that's going to affect you too. So there's no reason to run from the adversity. Like, just welcome that along with the joy, with the happiness and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Just pray for strength to deal with it. So that's the kind of legacy I want to leave behind. It's just the resiliency, you know, just accepting with everything that comes with life, everything, be open to it all. And once you accept that it's not going to always be good, it's not always going to be bad, it's not always going to be sunny, it's not always going to be rainy, you'll be able to move a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Keep the expectations low, you know, so you can aim high, you can win big. So.
Word. I like that.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you in 2025?
2025, you could expect me not to be dealing with people like Justin Kaufman, whatever his name is. I don't even really want to speak on him too much, but you know, as an artist, especially in this new day and age, there's a lot of people that are trying to reach out to you through via Instagram inboxes and stuff, feeling like they can help you. And I want to let people know, man, stick to your guns, man. You will run into the right people after a while. Like, and I feel like that's a situation where I should have known better in, but that was a situation where this dude, he hit me up and he asked for my phone number. We FaceTime, we talked. He said that he could help me with some certain stuff with media. But then I found out that he was kind of like, you know, he was green. He wasn't really the person he said he was, you know what I'm saying? And he liked to do a lot of things that's artificial, like when it comes to promotion and marketing and stuff like that. And maybe a lot of people do that, but I don't do that. I don't have to, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm cool with taking the scenic route. I don't need someone to boost my views. I don't need someone to make me look bigger than what I am. Like, I feel like it'll gradually happen. When you try to skip over certain steps, you miss a lot.
It'll happen when it's time for it to happen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So, you know, and thank you to him for making me realize that I don't need people like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can, like, I've been focused on myself and focused on what I've been doing. Like, my faith in man is very low. You know what I'm saying? Because man comes with a lot of shit. And it's just a very deceiving world we in these days, you know, with the social media and stuff. A lot of things look like something, but it's really not that. Yeah. So I just believe in being authentic and being true to self. But with 2025, man, just expect me to get better. That's all. Okay. Just expect me to get better in all aspects. Just expect me to, you know, to keep working. I'm going to be a lot visual. You'll see a lot of me. You'll hear a lot of me. Because, you know, I'm on a run right now, kind of in a Tupac mindset, against all odds. So just expect me to just, you know, just to see me working, to see my team working, to see me putting other people in the light and stuff like that. But more so than anything, though, I'll be focused on myself more than anything. Because the better off I am to me is the better I can be to everyone else. And that's what definitely last year has shown me, and going into this, the better I can be to myself, the better I can be to everyone else. If I'm not good to myself, I can't be no good to anyone. Yeah. And sometimes when you're not good to people, it's because you're not being good to yourself. You're not treating yourself right. You're not taking yourself on enough dates. You're not pampering yourself enough. You're putting everything and everybody above you, putting the mission above you. You're not taking the time to get proper rest. It's like, man, we really got to take care of ourselves, especially us as men, because it's rare that someone's going to come and save us. Nobody's coming to save us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we live off of opportunity. Once an opportunity is presented, we make the most of it, and we do our best to keep that situation going. Yeah. To benefit not just us, but everything that we're connected to. And that's what it is with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything that I'm connected to is going to benefit as long as I keep moving in the right light, and I will. Because I done learned to love to not go backwards. Yeah. So, you know, I may slip every once in a while. I may make a mistake. don't expect perfection from me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I take pride in my imperfections, so I'm gonna mess up along the way, but just, you know, I'll be accountable for that, and I'll dust myself off, and I'll keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us where we can find this project.
You can find this masterpiece on Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, YouTube Music, all the streaming platforms, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere where you stream music at, man. And you should listen to this project. You should listen to the Vengeance Project. You should listen to the Pain Project. And all of those are under the Quaillo marker. If you really want to do your history, you can search back to all the stuff that came out under Quail's P. It's a lot of good music there too. But yeah, this is a great project, and yeah, I really hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all got to see the more personable side of me. 'Cause, you know, I'm a people person. I'm an introvert, but I'm an extrovert when need be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like being to myself for the most part, but I'm social. When necessary. You know, I just don't really like people like that. You know, but you know, it's a lot of people in the world that feel the same way I do. And, you know, hopefully we run across paths and link, do business, collaborate, or just even talk. You know, like I'm cool like that, but I just ain't friendly. So.
Word. Well, we should do this again, man.
We should.
Yeah.
And you know what, man? I got some good people. That got real good, interesting stories that I feel like you should sit down and meet and chop it up and get to know them as well. Yeah. So, you know, I know too much people to name, but this was dope, man. I appreciate you having me. Appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I appreciate everyone in the background that everybody can't see, and that's one thing that Trident showed me. Because I've been in front of the camera so long. So going to school here just really showed me how it is to be that person behind the scene, how it is to be that videographer, that photographer, that light person, the person on the mixer. Like, every part is essential in media. And more than anything, I love media more than anything. Like, everything, a part of it, the music, the movies, the television shows, the radio, everything, man. I love it all. So, you know, but just know that it's a lot more than just the person that's in front of the camera that's making it happen.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out to everybody that doesn't mind being behind the scenes, because it takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a team.
Yeah.
It takes a team.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? Like, you can survive without your pinky, but you'd rather have all 5 fingers.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Word. All right, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace. Yeah.